Picture this. You finally do the responsible thing. You start saving money. Every month you move a little into your savings account. $100 here, $200 there. You feel good about it. Responsible, disciplined, financially mature. But then one day you open your banking app and you notice something strange. Your savings account has $10,000 sitting there, and it's earning around 0.5% interest, which means after an entire year, you made $50. Meanwhile, everywhere you turn, people are talking about investing, stocks, index funds, compound growth. And suddenly you start wondering, wait, am I doing this wrong? Because saving money is good, but saving alone rarely builds real wealth. And this is exactly where most people get stuck. They know saving matters, but they have no idea how to make the jump from saving to investing. So today, we're going to break down the exact step-by-step path to turn your savings into investments without feeling overwhelmed and without risking your financial security. Let's get into it. Let's start with something that might sound a little controversial. Saving money alone will almost never make you wealthy. Saving is important, but it's not the finish line. It's just the starting point. Because here's the thing, savings protect your money. Investments grow your money, and those are two completely different jobs. Let's look at the math for a second. Say you put $10,000 into a typical savings account earning 1% interest. After 1 year, you have $10,100. Not bad. But now compare that to investing. Historically, the S&P 500 has returned about 10% per year on average over long periods. That same $10,000 at 10%, after 1 year, $11,000. Okay, the gap doesn't feel massive yet, but here's where it gets interesting. After 20 years, savings at 1% gives you roughly $12,200. Investing at 10% gives you around $67,000. Same starting money, completely different outcome. And this is the real wealth gap most people never talk about. It's not between people who save and people who spend. It's between people who save and people who invest. But here's the problem. Most people never make that transition. And the reason isn't math, it's psychology. Saving feels safe. Investing feels risky. When your money sits in a savings account, you can see it. It doesn't move. It doesn't drop 5% on a random Tuesday afternoon. But investments, they move. Sometimes up, sometimes down. And that emotional volatility scares people away.
And honestly, that fear makes complete sense. Nobody wants to watch their hard-earned money drop. But here's the key. The transition from saving to investing doesn't have to happen all at once. It should happen in stages. Let's walk through it step by step. Step 1. Build a real emergency fund. Before you invest a single dollar, make sure you have 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved in cash. This money stays in savings. It's not for investing, it's not for opportunities, it's for unexpected problems, job loss, medical bills, car repairs. Because here's what most people don't realize, the biggest reason people panic sell their investments is because they need the money too soon. An emergency fund protects your investments from your own life. Step 2. Separate saving and investing mentally. This one is huge. Think of your money as 2 separate buckets. Bucket 1, safety money. This doesn't move. Bucket 2, growth money. This is allowed to fluctuate because its only job is to grow over time. That mental separation alone reduces anxiety dramatically. You stop feeling like your entire financial life is at risk every time the market dips. Step 3. Start investing small. A lot of beginners assume investing requires thousands of dollars to get started. It doesn't. Many brokerage platforms today let you start with as little as $50 or $100. The goal at first isn't massive profits. The goal is building the habit. Because habits matter more than timing, always. Step 4. Focus on simple investments first. Here's where beginners go wrong. They jump straight into complicated strategies, day trading, options, crypto speculation. But the simplest investments often outperform the complicated ones. Take index funds. These funds track the overall stock market. Instead of trying to pick individual winning companies, you're investing in hundreds of companies at once. Diversification, lower risk, long-term growth. Simple, and it works. In fact, legendary investor Warren Buffett has repeatedly recommended low-cost index funds for most everyday investors. Now here's what most people don't realize. The most powerful investing strategy is actually kind of boring. It's called consistent investing. Here's a quick example. Say you invest $300 per month into the stock market. The market averages 8% per year. After 25 years, you'd have roughly $285,000. But here's the part that stops people in their tracks. You only contributed $90,000 of your own money. The remaining $195,000 came from investment growth alone. That's compounding working quietly in your favor every single month. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. What if I start investing and the market crashes? Great question, because market crashes are normal. They've happened dozens of times throughout history. But here's the insight that changes everything. Long-term investors actually benefit from downturns. When markets drop, your monthly investments buy more shares at lower prices. And when markets recover, and they always have, those cheaper shares are now worth more. This is why experienced investors stay calm during volatility. They're not thinking in days, they're thinking in decades. Let me leave you with a simple analogy that puts all of this together. Saving money is like storing seeds in a jar. You're protecting them. Nothing is being risked, but nothing grows either. Investing is like planting those seeds in soil. At first, it looks messy. You don't see results right away. But over time, things grow. And eventually, what you have is far bigger than what you started with. So here's the full path, one more time. Step 1, build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. Step 2, separate your money into safety money and growth money. Step 3, start investing small amounts consistently. Step 4, stick to simple long-term investments like index funds. Step 5, stay disciplined and let compounding do the heavy lifting. Because here's the truth most people only learn later in life. Saving gives you stability. Investing gives you freedom. The earlier you combine both, the more powerful your financial future becomes. If this video helps you see the path from saving to investing more clearly, hit the like button. It genuinely helps more people find this content. And drop a comment. Are you currently in the saving stage or have you already started investing? I'd love to know where you're at. Because the moment you make that shift from saving to investing, that's when your money truly starts working for you. See you in the next one.